Shalom Israel. Call Halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakah Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth and who rule well. And a sincere salutations to the house of David. You Akim pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth in all truth and all faith and in all sincereness. Risking and putting your lives on the line daily for the names Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. It's Zechariah coming at you with another lesson. Lord's willing, it be edifying.
Well, there's no doubt that given the risk factors of this disease, that vaccinating young people anywhere before we vaccinated older people or people with comorbidities was not a just thing to do. And, you know, it's hard to get the vaccines allocated according to, that risk ordering, which would have been ideal. Because of the second source deal that we helped fund with Serum and AstraZeneca, India actually had vaccines, a lot of vaccines very early. And the rich countries had vaccines early. And so, yes, in the future, there's two solutions. One is to make sure that limited supply is allocated in a more rational way, and there's ways to do that. The second is to just have so much capacity and that you can supply all of mankind 2 doses in a very short period of time. And given this, how easy it is to build very high volume mRNA vaccines, I see the second as more likely. And you can use a mix, but the second one, being able within 6 months to make enough for the world, I think that should be our aspiration.
Do you believe it's possible to prevent the next pandemic?
Say again?
Is it possible to prevent the next pandemic?
Yes, if every country does what Australia did, then you wouldn't be calling it a pandemic. That's all.
Is it possible to prevent the next pandemic?
Yes, if every country does what Australia did, then you wouldn't be calling it a pandemic. That's all.
Now, the Australian state of Victoria is still under lockdown. It's trying to control COVID-19. And we're going to focus on a video. It's been widely shared, and it shows a woman being arrested for trying to organise an anti-lockdown protest. Here's some of it.
You're under arrest in relation to incitement.
Incitement?
What's that? Now, you're not obliged to say or do anything, but anything you say or do may be given evidence.
Excuse me, incitement for what? What on earth? Excuse me, what on earth?
Just put your phone down.
Can you
record
this? I'm in my pajamas.
What's this?
I have an ultrasound in an hour.
Yeah, she's pregnant.
Well, this is all happening in a city west of Melbourne called Ballarat. Victoria's been under lockdown since July, and Ballarat's still under what's called Stage 3 restrictions. That means a stay-at-home order, a ban on gatherings, and inciting public protest is also against the law. Here's more of the video.
It's in relation to a Facebook post, in relation to a lockdown protest you put on for Saturday.
Yeah, and I wasn't breaking any laws by doing that.
You are actually. You are breaking all. That's why I'm arresting you in relation to incitement.
How can you arrest her?
That's in front of my 2 children.
Can't you just say to her, take the post down? Like, come on.
I'm happy to delete the post. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, the woman in the video is Zoe Buller. She's been released on bail, and she spoke after leaving court.
For one, sorry about my bimbo moment. I didn't realise that I wasn't allowed to. So I just wanted to feel like I was doing something, standing up for human rights. And, I'm just a passionate person, and I'm sick of the lockdowns. I'm sick of hearing about suicides. I personally lost my job, and just sick of watching the economy collapse.
Well, as you can imagine, her experience has sparked debate about the use of emergency powers in Australia. The context is that in the past month, the Victorian police have issued almost 2,000 fines for breaking curfew. And now the head of Australia's Human Rights Commission has become involved in the story of the video. In a statement, they've said, "I'm dismayed at the handling of the arrest of a woman in Ballarat. While measures to control infections have required temporary limitations of our rights and freedoms, they must always be proportionate to the risk."
I'm going to give you a warning, yeah? It's an official warning that you have to stand in the block and obey the rules while you get, yeah? And we have to Go the rules again. I don't care.
So
what's
am I
happening
allowed
in
to go to the
background.
laundry?
You're allowed to go to the laundry, but you got to wear a mask, yeah?
Yeah, righto.
And you definitely can't go up to fence anywhere else. But you're allowed to go to the laundry, yeah? That's always been the case, yeah?
Right, so if I was sitting just here, which is right near the fence, why are these guys in a cabin that's right near the fence? It makes no sense, does it?
Yeah, but you can't leave your balcony to go to the fence to talk to somebody else. That's just obvious, yeah?
So if I was
Again,
at
it
that
doesn't have to
balcony,
make sense. We always say there has to be lines everywhere drawn, yeah? And one of the lines is you cannot leave your balcony and you cannot go to someone else. Where it makes no sense or it doesn't seem right to you, that is the line, and that's what the law is, yeah? And that's how it goes, yeah?
the law.
Well, the show direction.
There's a law that
Show
says that.
direction, yep, there's a show direction, yeah? And how the behavior must be done, especially in this area because it's much more highly infectious and likely to have infected people, yeah?
Highly infectious when all of us people are negative.
So far, the risk is still very high, yeah? And otherwise, the next time it's a $5,000 fine, and we don't want to do that.
It's a $5,000 fine if what?
$5,000 fine. If you breach again.
If I walk out onto that path.
Without your mask on, for
With-
no reason other than the laundry.
If I cross that yellow line
Rule saying that you've broken the rule.
that I've broken the rule, I will be issued with a $5,000 fine.
That's correct.
Right.
Okay. We could even do that now, but we're giving the warning first. Have a chat with you because it's a big fine. Rather just do the right thing, yeah? Like I said, I'm not here to fight with you.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight with you.
Yeah.
I just want everybody to do the right thing, and unfortunately, it's my job to make sure they do. I don't care the ins and outs. It's got nothing to do with me. I'm just here to make sure the rules are here, yeah?
So then the police officers blocked my driveway. I walked out and I said, "What's going on? Are you guys testing me for COVID? What's happening?" They said, "No, you're getting taken away and you have no choice. You're going to Howard Springs." So I just said, "Look, I don't consent to this. I don't understand why I can't just self-isolate at home like a lot of other people are doing." And they just said, "We've just been told from higher up where to take you, and that's all that there is."
3 people have escaped from the Howard Springs COVID quarantine facility. Talia Sava's there for us. Talia, good morning. There's a search underway right now.
Now, major police checkpoints have been set up around Howard Springs for the past several hours. As you can see in these pictures, they've been conducting thorough searches in car boots, checking vehicle registrations, cars and buses alike.